Some years ago, I visited the Vietnam Memorial in Washington, D.C. with a cousin of mine who fought in that war. We were passing along the wall where the names of those who were killed were inscribed when he stopped and he pointed to a name. See, one day he said his artillery unit was ordered to a forward position. He was the officer in charge. And just as he was ready to get into the helicopter, word came that he was wanted at headquarters for a meeting. So he got out of the helicopter and he told a junior officer to take over. He'd join them as soon as he could. Well, that day the unit took heavy fire, and the name he pointed to on the wall was the officer who took his place. "Why am I living and he's not?" he said. "That's a question I keep asking," he said. "Why am I alive?" That's the ultimate question in today's reading, isn't it? The lepers, cured by Jesus, were facing death. There was no cure for their disease. Leprosy was so frightening then that those affected by it were driven from their families to live in isolated places, forbidden to go near anyone. And Jesus gave them the miracle of life. And it doesn't matter either if you're rich or poor. Naaman, the Syrian general whom we read about in our first reading, was one of the most powerful people in the world. But he had leprosy, a death sentence. And in desperation, he goes down to Israel looking for a cure, a miracle. And washing in the Jordan River, he receives the miracle of life. The 10 lepers were cured, our gospel says, but only one was thankful. The other 9 seemed to take their life for granted. Do they represent us? Are we taking our life for granted? In our gospel reading, the Samaritan goes to Jesus and gives thanks. In our other reading, Naaman, the Syrian, also gives thanks. He goes to the prophet Elisha after being cured and offers him gifts. "No," Elisha says. "Life is God's gift, not mine." He doesn't take anything from the Syrian general. "Then at least let me take some dirt from this place. 2 mule loads of earth," Naaman says, "so that I can take it back and stand on it and remember and give thanks to God for what I have received here." He doesn't want to forget the gift of life. So how do we remember the gift of life we've been given? Maybe the piece of ground we stand on each day is prayer. Prayer, to remember each day in prayer the gift we've been given. To pray that we use this gift right. To thank God for it. It's a precious gift, life is. We need to thank God for it.